Sometimes it feels very weird sitting down in front of my camera, trying to tell the world how I feel about stuff, but I also like to share stuff. And I guess what I wanted to talk about now, because I think a lot, is how heartbreak and hurt doesn't always have to be like a bad thing. A lot of the times when people hurt us, like, we tend to try to show our worth, because when people hurt you, you're like, first thing you think is you're not good enough. It's like you're not a good enough friend, you're not a good enough girlfriend. So the first thing, and I've seen it happen with many people, even myself, you might try to think that the best thing to do is to get your bag up, because that will fix everything. But sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it just makes you more depressed, more down. It really depends on like your intent when you're doing things. And for me, I'm just like a very loving person. Like my mom would always say that like you're a kind person and I should never change. And I don't think I ever will. I think it's just kind of sad when people try to make you what you're not, or it's just never think something that I'll ever do is like try to pretend to be something that I'm not, and try to like prove myself to anyone, because like I know that I'm good enough. You know what I mean? I don't believe that people should go into relationships with expectations, because I don't. When I start dating someone, if I go out with you, it's because physically I'm attracted to you, because that matters to me first, because there is physical attraction matters. You know what I mean? I'm a beautiful woman and I like people that are beautiful too. I have a type. I like men that are tall and handsome. I like people that are beautiful inside and out. And sometimes you would meet people that try to make you feel bad because you don't like them back because they like you. But that's not really what I wanted to kind of talk about. Like, recently, there was somebody that I really liked him. And it's just like, why is it that sometimes men, they would know that you really like them, but try to make you an option? Like, I have too much respect for myself to allow anyone to make me an option. You know what I mean? Like, you have to have that self-respect, otherwise you go tumbling down, down, down. And I'm so okay with leaving people alone, but I don't really understand the thought process of men that, like, they know you love them, they choose. I'm not gonna propose to a man, I'm not gonna ask a man to be my boyfriend, like, it's up to a man to decide. Because I have friends, men will always tell you that they decide. And if you can't, because I'm not good enough to you, because there are people that are not good enough to me, it is totally fine. Why keep bothering somebody that you don't like? You know what I mean? And sometimes, like, you go out of your way, you block these people, and like they call you from different numbers, or I don't really know what it is. It's like they just don't want to see you happy. And it just makes me wonder, like, did you even like me in the first place? Because you can't commit, yet you won't leave me alone. And I'm just very much over that. I've had my heart broken, I guess, twice. Because I started dating in my late teens into my mid 20s. I've always had a boyfriend, in a way. So I've dated this one guy. We used to live together, and sometimes it's not what you do, it's how you do it. It amazes me, the things that, like, men allow, the things that men do. And it's just like, I can't have respect for you as a man if these are the things that you're doing. And that has just been my experience with sometimes you date men and it's like they're just looking for help. I don't want to be in a relationship, I said this earlier, with somebody that's looking to me for help. If you can't afford something, don't get it. I don't go out of my way to have things that I can't afford. If I can't afford it, I stay in my lane until I can. It really is that simple. And then you have guys, it's like you have kids with other women, you have so many different responsibilities, and here you come thinking that me and you are gonna be. No. Like, I remember watching a post of a girl that said she's not gonna let any grown ass man basically be sleeping with her when you've been sleeping with everyone and you have kids out there. How are you supposed to build with someone like that? I don't have any children. I don't have, like, my responsibilities are just what I have, you know, like, which isn't much. I take very good care of myself. Right now, I haven't been running as I normally do, so I could look at least 10% or 20% better, but that's besides the point. I've grown into being like such a beautiful person from my heartbreaks just by loving myself more, focusing on myself and building me up. It's just like, why would I want to be with someone? You're not even self-aware. You don't care how you treat women. You act like an animal. You watch so much porn. You get women pregnant and then you decide, I don't want to be with her. I want to be with another woman because for whatever reason, and you come over here and any woman who has sense is not going to take you on. It's a lot of things. You guys can see why I lose my train of thought. Like, I be talking about one thing, then I jump to another, because a lot of things happen here, because sometimes it's a lot where you try to get off your chest and it's just like, what the hell? But really, what I wanted to just talk about is heartbreak doesn't have to be bad. It teaches you a lesson. It teaches you, like, what you don't want. And even when you block the things that you don't want, they find some way to still be a part of your life, which is very weird. A lot of times people see that good in you. You know, like, people would say that men can be jealous of women, and it's just like, to me, that's bizarre. I'll never, like, really think too much into that, because a man should be a man and a woman a woman. So as anything relates to that, if a man is jealous of a woman, I can't consider you a man. I don't even know what that's like. You're an animal to me. But yeah, so for me, it happens. People keep coming back. You give them second chances, and then they do the same thing. I think sometimes men do that because they want to hurt you. They want you to hurt how they're hurting, because they no longer have your love in their life. Because when you love a man, like when I am with someone, man, like, I'll show you so much love, and then you miss that, and then you can't even apologize. But, like, you could get a lot of things in life twice, but the same love, baby, no. And it's like, you don't even have the strength, or you don't want to apologize for what you did when you know that you should. And for me, I know that I'll find someone who is just as beautiful as me to love. And I'm just being patient. When I pray, sometimes I pray for things out in nature and I see them right away, or it happens right away, simple things. And then some things take a while. So, yeah, as for me, I'll just always continue to take very good care of myself, love myself a little more every day. And the people that you don't want to see it, I guess you're going to have to either pluck your eyes out or close them. And I loved you before. I still will always have love for people, don't get me wrong. But I want at least a little bit of what I give. Honesty and everything. And I'm just not going to settle for less.